Hi, and welcome to MAT227. I'd like to take a moment or two to walk you through the structure of our Canvas course to make it easier for you to find and navigate around. At the beginning here, we have our Start Here module, and this is the module you're expected to complete by the end of the first week of course. It has some expectations as well as an introduction, instructions on how to join a WebEx class meeting from Canvas, as well as tutoring and information on how to use the help desk or borrow technology. There's also some survey information, which will help me understand what your background is as far as online learning, as well as a syllabus quiz to ensure that you've read and understood the course syllabus. Not to be missed is this section on how to answer questions in MORE. In other words, our learning management system for our homework. Okay, this is an open educational resource system, and it's probably not familiar to you unless you've taken a course that uses it here at South Mountain before. Okay, it's a very intuitive system to use. In general, you have the ability to ask your instructor questions directly from the homework, and that's extremely handy, and I'll demonstrate that a bit later on. So please make sure you review how to enter answers in MORE. In general, you're going to be using calculator notation. So if you need to raise something to a power, you're going to use the caret symbol above the 6, for example. The last thing in the Start Here module is Meet Your Class. This is a discussion board that will help us get to know you and to know each other a little bit better. So I'd encourage you to talk about what you hope to gain out of this class in Discrete Mathematical Structures, as well as maybe your career aspirations, future schooling, hobbies, anything that you're comfortable sharing. And if at all possible, please provide a photo so we can put a face to the name. If you scroll on down in the course, you can see that the assignments are grouped by weeks. Now, I am in the modules section of the course, and I strongly urge you to navigate the course through modules. I know a lot of students are intent on getting assignments done, so they tend to go to assignments and just work through those. You're going to miss most of the information in the course if you do that. Okay, so let's take a look at week 1. Okay, this part will be class recordings. So we're going to be meeting partially in person and partially live online. So the live online class recordings will go here. So if you do happen to need to go back and review that information, you'll have that information handy. Okay, we have textbook sections. You can see in this week, we have 2 sections, point 2 and point 3. One on mathematical statements and the other one on sets. So there is definitely reading in this course. The textbook, again, is an OER textbook. You have a link to it directly here. Okay, let me see if I can bring that up quickly. Again, it's very, very easy to read. It's in a conversational style. So I'd encourage you to please don't skip the reading. Okay, we also have, go back to where I was, playlists of videos, okay, that are related to the topic. And again, you can see here, I have 5 videos that you can click on. These are YouTube videos. Okay, and again, please look at those. Okay, and in here, as we move along, I'm going to be posting my notes for the class session. Okay, so you'll have a place where you can go back and refer to what I covered in class. And then the last section in each week's assignments are the assignments. So we have homework for mathematical statements and sets and functions. Okay, this week is going to be pretty basic stuff. So there are a number of sections we're going to cover at once. Most of the weeks in the course, we'll have 2 sections that we'll be covering. But again, you can see here are the more assignments that you have to complete. Okay, and I'm just going to click on these so you can get an idea of what they look like. Okay, and I'm going to do teacher preview to show you. Okay, and again, the questions are set up like this. Okay, and sometimes there'll be select an answer. Okay, where again, you'll have a drop-down list to choose from. Okay, these keys usually won't show up. That's showing up because I'm in a teacher preview of the assignment. But they will show up once you've attempted the problem and you want to go back and check the answer. Okay. Again, notice especially here, you have a message instructor link. Okay, what I'd encourage you to do is make sure you do the reading and look at the videos first before you try the homework. But if you're taking too long to get started, like it's taking you more than 15 minutes to answer a question, or if you try the question 3 times and get it wrong, okay, then hit this message instructor link, and that will send me an email in which I would hope you would also write something to tell me what you tried and what didn't work. Also, if you've gotten the answer wrong, please leave the wrong answer in the question answer box, because that will also help me figure out how to best help you. In general, you'll be able to try the question as it stands 3 times before you'll have to reload it, like with new numbers. Okay, so give that a shot. And again, these are probably just a little bit of background about discrete math. These are probably different from most math questions that you're familiar with. Especially at the beginning of the course, we're going to be talking about mathematical statements and their truth and their falsity, as well as sets of collections of objects that are going to let us count outcomes of things. Okay, so slightly different feel than if you're coming off of an algebra calculus pathway. Okay, I'd encourage you to enjoy the difference. And of course, if you have questions, you're always welcome to ask me. I'm going to slide down a bit and show you where we have these grade check assignments. Okay, grade check assignments are ways that we communicate. Okay, so you'll find 4 of them periodically throughout the course, and there are ways for you to tell me what you think your grade in the course is, and you can find that through grades in Canvas. And also, whether you know you have any incomplete assignments, whether you need help with anything, basically how you think you're doing. Okay, this is a great way for us to communicate about your progress in the course. And again, I'd encourage you at any time to just reach out to me through the Canvas inbox and ask me any questions you have about how you're progressing in the course. Also, okay, if we go back down a bit, here is our first exam. The exams in this course are going to be online. Okay, so you'll have an ample opportunity to complete these online. Our assignments in general are going to be due on Sunday nights at 11:59 p.m. So you'd have the better part of an entire week to complete this exam. And usually they'll be as if they were classroom exams. So you'll have an hour and 40 minutes to complete the whole exam. You can use any information you want. Any information from the course, your own notes, which hopefully you're making as you move through the course and do homework. I'd strongly encourage you to write stuff down as you work homework problems. Don't just do them in your head, but take notes on exactly what you're learning as you move through the course. This second assignment, Exam 1 Work, is a way for you to show me how you arrived at the solutions. And it's a way for me to give you partial credit if you were on the right track, but maybe made a calculation error or whatever. So again, the object of the game is do the Exam 1 within the time limit, and then afterwards, upload your work. Okay, I have some directions in this assignment that will show you how to make a PDF out of photos using free apps. Okay, PDFs are a lot easier for me to look at than, say, half a dozen photos, but whatever method you use to upload your work, I'd encourage you to do so rather than not do so. Another component of the course that you'll see from time to time are discussions, okay? And I'll show you this one here in week 7. Okay, so there aren't a ton of discussions throughout the semester. There's maybe one every couple of weeks that relate to the problems that we're encountering and the topics we're discussing in class at the time. I'd encourage you to give the discussions a try. A lot of students look at discussions and say, I have no idea how to answer that. Talk it out, okay? Discuss it, okay? It's better than not answering the discussion board at all. And then try to get a conversation going. These are usually, I try to write the discussion prompts to not necessarily be computational, but to be more conceptual, like how would you approach this type of a problem? If you're in a discrete math class, chances are you're going into some sort of a computing field, computer science field. And so a lot of what we're going to be talking about is what would you do with this math? How would you apply it in the real world? Okay, quick scroll down to the bottom of the course. I just want to show you some ending material in here. Okay, we of course have our final exam. And after the final exam, links to the various textbooks that we're using in the course. Remember, these are OER textbooks. They're free. Okay, this course does not require you to go out and purchase any materials at all. And then we have some online tools for math, okay, that I've put here, and I will continue to add to this as we go along. I put it in a separate module so you don't have to go searching through all of the week-by-week modules in the course for tools. And then the last section is kind of general student information and resources. Okay, things like fields of interest, navigating Canvas, time management, whatever. And again, this last module, I'd encourage you to, peruse at your leisure, see if you can find stuff in there that's useful to you as a college student. So that's pretty much a short introduction to the way the course is set up. And what I would encourage you to do is if at any time you have questions about where things are or how things are going, please feel free to reach out to me. I look forward to working with you.